All bafethu, all bafethu. How is everybody doing? Yeah, no, Temba had a loud background. Hey, all bafethu, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. This is the Big Three show, the Big Three podcast. We tried it on our regular Monday night, but the technology's out technologied me. And you know, we were trying out something new, a season review, as you can see in the thumbnail. And yeah, I think it was a good practice. Now we can actually weigh the club's grande. I'll explain the show right after introducing our guest. Of course, in the Pirates Corner, we have Mr. Coach, the technical director of the channel. How you doing, Chief?
Hola, Pagania. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Preseason say to Mile. Eyes peeled, looking for some changes. Otherwise, I'm healthy, man. Machita that side.
Away. Mr. Khoto representing the Kaizer Chiefs. Amakosi for life. What's popping, bro?
No, I'm all right. Besides this cold. No wonder these guys are going to Netherlands. They're running away from the cold, basically. But otherwise, no, I'm okay.
Away. So, of course, we have Temba still warming up, ready to come on in due time. He was having some issues with his technologies. Vandaag. So, yeah, like I said, guys, we are going to rate each team, a lot of Pirates, Chiefs, and Sundowns by this way. Let me explain it. So, we have the league. We have the domestic cups and we have management. All of those come together in a specific calculation to make up the rating for the season. So the league actually counts 50%, the management counts 20%, and the cups count 30%. So yeah, as we go along, I bet you guys will understand it better and better. Also us over here in front of the cameras, we will understand it better. So yeah, Mr. Temba, what's happening, dog? How you feeling, man?
Big up, guys, man. Big up, man. And big up, good evening to the viewers, man. Guys, please, as you're coming in, please smash likes, subscribe as well if you're new. But I'm good, and I'm very much ready for us to, do the job. Do the thing.
Let's do the job. Let's do the thing. Yeah, yesterday, we saw that you don't have high standards. I remember even from yesterday, we started out with our expectations of how we think our team was going to do, like from the beginning of the season. What did you expect from your team? Did you expect a 9, a 8, a 7? You, Khoto, you weren't involved in a couple of trophies, so obviously mathematically you can't get to a 10.
Yeah.
So let's just go around for those expectations one more time. Mr. Coach, you were expecting to win all your trophies. So for Pirates, Hannah, you expected a 10 out of 10, ne?
10 out of 10, treble.
And then Temba, you were expecting what kind of a season, especially with all those managerial changes?
I was expecting the treble as well, man. I was expecting us to just clear everything there is in trophy, domestic treble, and also go and get the CAF Champions League. But did not happen. I was probably a 10. You could say maybe 15 out of 10. You would say 10. I was expecting what you call sweeping everything.
So, clean sweep away. And then, Khoto, what did you expect Chiefs to do this season with their issues? Not even being in 2 of the cups.
At least an above average, like a 6. Like just get into top 8 and win the cup.
6.
Just try. Show up, man.
Okay, fade. So I guess this will give us a chance to basically for each category, for us to be able to just summarize how we did in that tournament. So yeah, gents, just before we get into it, let's just talk about transfer rumors, what's going on between this season and next season. Looking at how your club finished the previous season and how it's busy operating in the market right now, since that's we are in the hem season right now. Spending any money? Is anybody doing anything dope? Let's start with you, Khotso. What is Chiefs doing to improve the squad?
Chiefs is not doing nothing dope, bro. Chiefs is the green team, and I'll explain to you why I say that. You know, green people like to recycle. Like you buy ice cream, it becomes a lunchbox. You don't throw it away. You know what I'm saying? You get plastic bags from the shops, it becomes dustbin bags now. That's what Chiefs does. We don't like to shop. We are like thrifters, basically. We want to shop and buy everything that everybody else has loved. Especially Paris. Hey, we seem to love Paris's leftovers, man, because we are being linked to Monyani, to name one player, just to show you this person is injury prone. And what do we think? Okay, let's go buy somebody who's injury prone. He will fix our problems. That's the club's plan, basically. If it's got holes, it's okay. We'll patch it. You know, like thrifting, man. When you walk into a thrift shop and you see a nice jacket, you're like, but it's got a hole. It's okay. I will just patch, and then it's a nice jacket. So I'm not excited, bro. I don't know if we'll even, Chiefs might be in a relegation battle one of these days with the way we're shopping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Club World Cup, Temba, 50 million. What are you doing with that money? Are you guys looking at making signings before or after the tournament? How's it looking in the market?
Well, the honest truth is this, man. I don't know if you guys have seen it. For some reason, Mofokane and Nkota are trending right now. And I think it could be only one reason. I only see it one way. I'm already just looking at it that way. I've seen them trending at the moment on X. And maybe I'm about coming to Pirate to come and take those two guys from you guys, man, because you guys don't know what to do with them. So
wow.
Let me just take those guys from you.
Ooh,
I was saying before Ken, but right now Nkota is looking like, getting into the conversation as well. So I wouldn't mind.
I hope Dortmund.
Actually, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind, bro. I wouldn't mind. I give you guys some millions. Because I just give you guys few millions for both players and add them to my squad.
You know what's crazy? He wants to buy your players, man. And apparently there's some Sundowns guy that's being released. We want to buy Chiefs. The club, bro. And leftovers.
So international market, anything?
I wish.
No, nothing really at the moment. Nothing really. Like so far, they've not really been talking about signings. They are moving so slow, and there's nothing they could do anyway because the window is closed today, and it will be reopened. I think 10 days after it will be reopened. But at the moment, I was actually expecting them to have, do something, bring in like a player or two. Because I still believe the fatigue of the league is going to affect them. So I was expecting them to at least get 2 players, but they haven't done so. But I'm hoping that maybe before or after the Club World Cup, they go for the 2 boys. We'll get me those guys, man.
No problem, Mfethu. Don't spend it all in one place now. But I would be very happy if you guys could sign just one more Suarez, maybe one more salesman. I don't know. You guys have a lot of money. You could buy a lot of players. What I like about having a lot of money is that there's a lot of money to waste. And then after that, you have to fix it with more money.
No, KB, I don't want that. Just that. In my own opinion, I've been thinking that who is cutting the players? Because I think for now there should already be conversation to recruit some players.
Okay.
Especially the fact that Peter Shawuli is looking at see if he's a one-season wonder, and I'm not having
one season.
I'm not having yeah, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I said something yesterday. I wouldn't mind bringing in go and get me my Yella for period.
Hey, leave our striker alone. You
which striker? You guys
Fiston, that's my striker. Fiston is my striker, chief.
And, you can always buy Jadon Sancho from us.
Nah, bro. I will not pay this kind of money to that guy, man. I'm sorry.
What about Rasmus Højlund, bro? We need money.
Rasmus, bro.
Mason Mount and
Rasmus.
I feel like Mason Mount would do well in Sundowns.
Brita, you are asking me to sign a striker that a defender had more goals than. Mark Cucurella
that's
had
the
7
Premier
goals.
League, man. He might do something in PSL, but I don't think
Nah, bro. It will be worse here, man. It will be worse.
Okay, but fair
the
to
World Cup money.
I'd rather sign you. I'll sign you. At least you can run.
let's start with the Penta, Bafit. Let's start with the Penta. I think let's start rating these clubs of ours. Mr. Khoto, Kaizer Chiefs, Betway Premiership. Remember, Betway Premiership counts out of 50% to your whole mark. So let's hear the honest team fee too. Kaizer Chiefs, out of 10. League.
Out of 10, it's a 3. 3.
Damn.
You know what? Even 3 is generous. It's a 2 for showing up.
So 2 for showing up, 1 for getting relegated, 3 for below top 8 fit. It's okay.
The thing is, it's for us. It's the clubs. You know, if it's another club finishing in our position, it's okay. It's an okay season. But back to back, no, bro. It's top 8, bro. That's 8 places. It's not like we're competing for like a top 4. You can't be number 8, bro. Like that's just the bare minimum to get you to like a 4 or a 5 to say okay, top 8. And then the continental positions. I mean, the show is called the Big 3, but it should be the Big 2 and the elephant in the room, Jay. Because what am I doing here?
And you know, funny enough, when we started the show, we were like, this is the Big 3 show. I don't know what Temba's doing here. He doesn't belong here. And now look how the tables have turned and how the mighty have fallen. So that's a 3 for Kaizer Chiefs in the league. Mr. Coach, we finished second, record amount of points. Since you want this thing to be mathematical, it means we can't get a 10 because we didn't win the league. So out of 10.
I think out of 10 we get an 8. I thought towards the end we could have done just a little bit better. I mean, Mandla was in charge for what, 3-4 games? 4 games.
More than enough games.
2
More
wins,
than enough games.
12 points. Only 6 points from that. Yeah, I think he personally drank the rating from a 9 to an 8. So yeah, I think an 8 is fair.
Okay, Fede. Well, in that case, I am going to go ahead and give us that 8, and Mamelodi Sundowns, we know.
Yeah. You know, I don't need to tell you. You know what to do. Just
it's already a 10. It's already a 10.
Yeah.
So you are lucky, man. You are lucky, man.
You know what's funny? Before you go on, KB.
Okay, Fede, yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, bro, before you go on, in theory, we can actually just stop this show here right now and say, well, the team that wins the league is the best team in the league, in the country. So what more do you want to debate? Unfortunately.
Hey, Shloan, I'm fit to come on, dog. Give me a chance. So I think me and you have always been debating about whether we are rating it as if we are the referees, or you know, we're just going with expectation as a fan and how you feel in an opinionated way. You did according to those expectations, but no, it's fine. It still has some mathematics in it, so that's okay. So 8 Pirates, 3 Chiefs, 10 Sundowns. Now let's quickly go through the cups. Chiefs already has a bunch of zeros, so let me start with Nedbank Cup. Chiefs, at least batathola something.
10 out of 10.
I've got a point to raise. I'm sorry,
bro. You
it can't be 10. You guys stole too many games.
There's no way it's a 10. There's no way.
Yes.
There's no way. Look at him.
Give something to the ref. The ref also deserves some credit.
He deserves his own 2
11 because nobody expected us to win it. I can drag it down to a 10 because of.
No, it's not a 10, Rita. I'm sorry.
Like, it is. I beat you.
No, relax.
And I lifted the trophy.
Just wait and see what we want to do.
First of all, You still
Out
have a
of the
case
10.
pending. No,
Of the
Demba.
10.
You still have a case pending. Pirates has a papalaz from winning the other derby that didn't matter. Whose fault is that? It's not my fault. We did what I told you we were going to do, and we executed perfectly. We showed up when it
No,
mattered.
you guys didn't show up. You guys showed up to just
No, Mara,
do an ice.
from your 10,
said-
Mfethu,
you said 10.
the ref deserves some commission.
True that.
No, that's why we
Expectations
say,
can give one. Expectations can give one. And then
Not
must take
not
two.
just the
The
ref.
ref must take
The
two
ref-
because there are many
man.
offsides from that
10 out
final.
of 10 for
The last one as well. The last one as well.
We can do this. Here's the maths. It's an 11. Ne? Half goes to Sundowns' defender because wow, that back pass, that assist, beautiful. The other half, the referees. Because I said to them, just end it like it's AFCON. They listened. I said, thank you, referee.
We did
The
that.
game ended.
I'm sorry. There's no way. It should be at least a 7 or a 7.
7 for lifting a trophy.
No,
Yes,
we
let me
can
tell
give
you
them an
why.
8.
After 10 years of
Let's tell you why. Let's tell you why. First of all, you have to give 2 points.
Again.
2 points.
After expenses.
You give 2 points. Yeah, you give 2 points to the ref.
I'm
1 point
not in
to
charge
the
of the ref's
linesman. The
performance,
linesman that
and it's
failed
not
to
my
saw
fault.
that was an offside.
Exactly. The ref still has to pay the linesman.
But who said your defenders must stop playing? They slept. So please leave me out of this. My players kept playing.
Oh my
And we got the
God.
goal.
This guy is shameless, man. That's actually
10 out of 10.
I vote for an 8, gents. I vote for an 8.
What is my rating? What's going on? This is my rating.
I
for
go
my
for 8
team.
as well. I go for 8 as well.
Yeah, it's
You
because
have given an 8.
the issue. Now, here's the issue. You won this thing from us. You took it from us. You took it from Pirates and you took it from Sundowns. So we can have a say because we were there.
Okay,
They
but
stole
let's be
it.
honest. You can say the stealing part, but both of your teams fundamentally failed in those games outside of the other factors. Your players didn't show up. They were drunk. They were thinking about the league and Kev. That's your players' fault. That's Cardoso. Deal with them. Leave me out of it. Pirates, these ones are still celebrating the other one. And I told them, I said, it's fine. Take that derby. Take it. Take your 3 points. I don't know what it means. Take it. Because to me, 3 points, top 8. No, I don't care. I want a trophy. Your players failed to show up. So go talk to your coach as well, who the club decided, it's time to announce people leaving now. So people are not focused. It's not my fault. If a person leaves the door open and I walk through, whose fault is it? I walked in the door.
Okay, because you won't have much joy. Vandaag kita kaya 9, Brayaga. Kita kaya 9.
9 maximum.
Why rating though?
Sundowns Nedbank Cup.
Oh man. Ah man.
Mhm.
Ish man.
Minus 10 for losing
I
to
don't even
Chiefs.
know what to say right now because, like you said, you just said my players didn't show up. They didn't show up, and I would actually go probably with a 7, but I want to take out some points.
Sure.
The fact that these players, what you should do sometimes is play to the referee's whistle. Play to the
That's a
whistle.
deep one. Yeah.
You don't just because you feel or you think you know it's offside, then you just stop playing. How about let's play to the referee whistle? So I would have, I was expecting them to win it. I was expecting a 10, but they did not do that. So they got to the semi-final. I want to give them 7, but I will take out 1 point because they did not show up for that game. I will take out another 1 point due to the fact that they did not play to the ref whistle. They were too busy calling offside. So for me, I think I'll go with a 5.
Woo! That's a tough tournament in the Nedbank Cup. For us, final, Mr. Coach. I think because we gave it away and we were clearly playing without the right mentality, and the fact that I remember even the player ratings, the thumbnail was saying that the team that wanted it more is the team that won. So because we didn't show enough fight and we gave it to Chiefs, I can give our Nedbank run a 6.5, 7 feed. Hey, but 7 sounds good, man. 6. Especially because we were supposed to be rescuing The
Yeah,
fact
bro.
that we just got out of the cap. Yeah, Kev, yeah?
Yeah, I
Lagging
agree with you,
behind,
bro. I think a 6 is fair, dog. First of all,
Yeah,
look at our path.
Uh-huh.
Look at our path to the our path to the final was so clear, bro. The toughest team we played there was SuperSport United. It was relatively easy for a club of our stature, at least, and our squad to get to the final. And when we got there in February, we faced a 9th place Kaizer Chiefs, bro, defending our own trophy. Moses Mabhida, we were used to winning. I think all the things were aligned. All the circumstances we needed to win that trophy were there, and we just came up short, bro. To a very poor Kaizer Chiefs. So for me, that 6 feels more like a 4, if anything. But I think a 6 is fair considering we did get to the final in the first place.
I'd like
Okay.
to object. It's my turn to object. You guys should get zeros because I remember the first guy said to me, next week I'm going to the confidence. And I just sit here like this, like a humble person and say, who shame if I try? And then the next week they are just opening cases. Your team failed dismally to meet expectations, Sundowns. It's not even that your players didn't show up. You were convinced you would win. Now, over to the Pirates people, they were thanking Chiefs for beating Sundowns. I remember they were like, thank you very much. The job is done. And because both teams thought they won the game before kicking a ball, they should. It's even worse. These guys thought they could see themselves lifting. They saw this. And it didn't happen. They don't deserve those points. Anything above 5 is a disgrace for both teams.
I mean, maybe personally, but I don't think objectively. I get to the final and I can't even get a 6 for participating.
Both of you guys were convinced that this is the easiest
I never.
And you failed. And it's funny. It's not even because I was expecting a team. You beat yourselves and you're still giving yourselves that kind of a score. That's funny to me, bro. If my team was as good as yours and we beat ourselves like that, Lord have mercy, these guys are walking away with a 4, maybe a 3.
You won the Nedbank Cup, ne? Pirates gets a 5.
I hope the players, wherever they are proud of themselves because Barba gets
Bona barentseng mfethu. Eish afedi. Black Label Cup, the Makesi Championship.
Barba gets Makuzi straight.
Black Label Cup, afedi to Sundowns.
I have to go back to my corner.
Black Label. I would just there's nothing right about that. And thanks. now I'm bringing back that conversation for Cardoso because
am I the only one who can't hear Temba?
Bro,
can you hear me? I can hear him. Honestly, I have to bring in back that conversation of Cardoso, man. I still don't understand what is this guy doing in my club, honestly.
Yes, so.
I'm sorry, man. He should be gone already. I wanted him gone if he won the UEFA, the CAF Champions League. And he did not. So I still want him gone. You know, that Nedbank Cup, bro. It was at last. It was they took him to school. You know, they took him to school.
Yeah, fade.
God, man. I'd like to leave my club, honestly.
Yo, bruh. So wait, how many games had Cardoso coached by the time they got kicked out of the Black Label?
I'm not even sure.
I don't think you can put it on him. But for your team not to go all the way, you know, your team is supposed to go all the way. You're expecting a 10. So, are there any objections by giving Mamelodi Sundowns a 1 for the Black Label Cup? Why not?
Everybody will say so. Everybody will agree to a
if
1.
These guys get a 1, Lord have mercy on my score then.
No, I wouldn't go that bad, man. I wouldn't go that bad.
Okay, we'll make it a 4.
I think it's 0, bro. I honestly think
For
Our
Mamelodi
black label is
Sundowns,
0 KP. 0
For-
0 0. Mpetu, first game.
okay, I hear you. Okay, Pirates 0. Sundowns will gift you 2. Chiefs.
4.
Okay, fade.
I was gonna say 0.5, so can I just round it out to a 0 basically? Because what a wow.
Dog, you don't have many more. This is your last tournament. Fella, you have a 0 for MTN 8 and Kev.
Like, if
This is your
Net
last
Bank was a
tournament.
9, if the Net Bank was a 9, that one was didn't who did we play? Didn't Sundowns beat us? Hey, that thing, no. It's the opposite of Net Bank. It's fine. 0.
Okay, shut up. And Mr. Coach wants to keep Pirates at 0. Okay. Let us go through the last 2 tournaments, Khoto. Yeah, I think you can be the referee for these 2 tournaments. From the side there, I don't know what else you can do. It's about opinion.
Especially when we get to the CAF final.
No. What you want to do right now, Vita, we're talking about trophies. Do you have a newspaper that you can just read? Because you are not in the conversation. So just
excuse yourself. You said I'm not in the conversation. I'm here. I won the CAF. I don't know what you're talking about.
Away. Let's go into the MTN 8 fast because I really want to get to CAF. Orlando Pirates, I think we outdid ourselves. We got a 10. That's fine for me. Mamelodi Sundowns, how do you want to state your case?
I'll just go with the 7.
Sharp. CAF Champions League, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Oh God. Oh man. That's bad. I know this is where what Kutso is waiting for. He's waiting for this one. But to be fair, man,
yeah,
like it wasn't good at all. It wasn't nice at all. The fact of how many games it felt as if we just stole our way to the final.
And you did. To some extent, you did, bro.
It just felt as if we stole our way to the final. And at that point in time, I did not really care because all I wanted was a win. No matter how we win the game.
It's fine, but at night, dude, we must open cases. Okay.
But that man called Cardoso, that man is a fraudster. Like that guy is living earning too much money and he's doing absolutely nothing. Honestly.
I can already see you going to rate the management 0 here. Everything is about Cardoso. Why don't you at least?
For sure.
Why don't you say congratulations, Cardoso, for winning the league? Why have I never heard you say that?
Enough. I won't say that. The reason why I won't say that is because the league is something whereby I expect us to win anyway. Who wants to win the league? Pirates, Chiefs? No, they're not doing that. So if there are trophies whereby I expect us to win. At this point in time, the league, the league feels like a bet right to us. It felt like my bet right. So I should be winning it. So the fact we won it, it's not surprising to me, man, because we've got the better players. Like, say whatever I want to say. We've got the better players. We've got a very, very, very stupid manager in Cardoso. So that's
I would like to propose a rating for the CAF. I would like to say you guys deserve a 7 for the CAF, Shem.
7. You've been generous right now.
Never.
You've been generous.
Never.
Like you've been generous.
Never. Final Mafetu. After how long? That's still the final. That's still the final chance. Okay,
we just said something just here.
Never.
I said it felt as if
let me tell you. I couldn't hear Temba, so I don't know what his number was. Mara, I'll tell you why Sundowns can never see 7. Those guys played 12 games, and then those 12 games they won 3. In the groups, they won 3 games, they drew 7, and they lost 2. Sharp. That's 1 point. Second of all, they last scored a goal in the quarterfinal. Okay, they got in the final actually. They got 1 goal. So in the knockout rounds, they scored 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
And in the quarterfinal, there was a goal that was disallowed. Their Esperanza. The truth is that Sundowns again they went through dodgy ways to the final. Couldn't score in the knockout round. Which those guys their second place finish is deceiving, bro. They had a terrible Champions League campaign. They were lucky to make it to the final. If you take that same circumstance, put in a different Champions League campaign, I guarantee you they don't go past the quarterfinals. So I would actually give them a 5.56. Finally, we're not shooting now.
Thank you.
That's just me.
Because how you're saying it, if better if we still way to the final, and coach just analyze it perfectly well for you, KB.
Away.
12 games and did what? 1 how many? 3. So for me, that is not good enough. It's not good enough. And the performance again against Pyramid in the final, I'm still going to take out 1 point because Cardoso was just moving mad. Like that's so. There was no way you're going to win a game of football with that setup he had against Pyramid. It clearly just indicates and shows to you that he actually does not respect those guys. Because for me as a fan, whereby I watched those guys played against Pirates, I knew they were trouble. I was asking, like, at first I was like, no, I want Pyramid because I know Josie just asked the number of this Sundowns team. So I was like, I want Pyramid. But when I watched the game between Pyramid and Pirates, I was like, bro, who do I actually want? And we saw it in the final. We saw it in the final. Those guys came out and like oh God, that man just took Cardoso and whipped him on the ground. Smashed him to the ground. Because that he was clueless. He had no idea. What it was. He was clueless.
Yeah.
So for me, and the fact alone that guy is earning so much money. I'll do a better job with that. I'll do a better job, man. Honestly.
I hear you. I'll give him a 5. Give him a 5 for participating.
Yeah, I'll give them a 5 actually. I'll give them not a 5. Not a 5. I'll give them a 4. They didn't show up, and Cardoso was just moving mad as well.
Yeah, Sundowns fans are tough to please, eh?
We need to get a Cardoso counter on this show. Like the amount of times this guy says Cardoso.
Yeah, Cardoso, man. That guy is...
that guy. Mr. Coach, how do you feel about the CAF campaign, Rona? It had been a while. Well, most of the people who played and managed there, no experience in the tournament. So with context, out of 10.
Yeah, bro. I think we overachieved, bro. Jose made miracles happen. At the end of the day, we were unbeaten for the lion's share of the tournament. In which we only lost our very last game. In fact, the last 6 minutes of the game was the only time where we were losing a game of football in the CAF Champions League. Considering that our squad's average age was probably the lowest in the tournament, considering that we had a player in Nkota who was playing professional football for the first time this season, same for Mbogazi. To make it all the way to the semi-final and call it to the very last end like that, I think we overachieved. Did really well in the Champions League. And for that reason, I think we deserved an 8.5.
Coach, please.
That 1.5, honestly, we should have won the tournament, but yeah, I think 8.5 is fair.
It's Temba, Coach can't hear you.
Yeah. When you're talking about those
nothing at all.
When you're talking about Nkota, please, I want you to don't say we have. You have to put it hard because it's about to be a past tense, honestly, because the way I'm seeing these guys move already, I've got a reliable source telling me we're going to go for Mofokeng and Nkota. They are going for those 2 players.
Leave our Coco Melons alone, bruh. Hey, Temba wants our Coco Melons, dog.
Fabrizio Banks.
Fabrizio Banks, you have a lot of money there in your club. Leave our Coco Melons alone. How? Demand away. So, Majimbos, this is pretty funny. Now, you guys know everything is weighed and everything. So far, these are the overall ratings. We still need a 20% from management. So, Cups and the league put together, Sundowns has 6.3, Chiefs has 1.9, and Pirates has 5.7 so far. So, yeah, I think I like the system. It's kind of reflecting, yeah, and it's all coming together nice. Plus, I spent a little bit of time on this year's spreadsheet, so it better bang away. So we are left with management. Khoto, I will start with you, Mfetu. Yeah, you are currently on 1.9 with an expected 6, Mfetu. You've got so many zeros. You've only got 2 ratings so far for Netbank and for Petway, and then you've been quiet for the rest. So, how do you think your club was run this season, going into the season, the signings, pre-season, the preparation, and how did you guys, respond to adversity and so on and so forth?
It was poor, really. It was very, very poor. Because in response to last season, it shouldn't be that you finish more or less in the same place. Because why did you spend the money? Why did you change the coaching staff? You're basically making changes to do nothing. Well, that's a regression. It's not even moving forward in any sense of the word. So, like I said, the bare minimum was just to make it back into the Telkom tournament, and to try and be there, make some money from it, at the very least. And they failed to do even that. It's not like I'm asking for them to compete against Pirates, and I can't even think of the big two. I still have to worry about Chipper United and Polokwane and Stellenbosch. There's like Bobby doesn't take this situation serious, and you can tell that if you look at the recruitment, to literally buy out of contract players from other clubs. We can't even sign our talent from the Disky Challenge because other teams are buying them. I mean, Bobby's not serious, man. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a desire.
You even late to sign youngsters, rejects of youngsters.
Chief, we can't even keep our own talented youngsters. Like how you guys introduced a bunch of young players to into the team, and you tried something. Our young players win the Disky Challenge, and you start selling them. It's like it's like dealing with politicians. The money is there, but instead of building the infrastructure, you would rather just leave the potholes. And you know what? Those potholes hurt us this season. A few tires were broken, a few shocks, and instead of buying brand new shocks for the car, Bobby decided to go to the scrap yard and find whatever was there. So it's been a dismal season, and on top of that, you've got a driver who doesn't have a license, clearly, because this manager is just smoking his socks at the end of the day. Some of these selections. And then he comes and says, I need more players. Nah, bruh. So based on that assessment, out of 10 overall, I think Kaizer Chiefs deserves a 2 out of 10 because we haven't moved forward. We've just managed to survive and still be in the league, fundamentally. There's been no level of consistency. And like I said, the show might be called the Big Three, but at the moment, we are the have-been. We're not even in this Big Three. We're just a highlight reel of what it used to be.
That's really damning, bro. 2 for how the club was run. You know what, bro? As soon as you mentioned the youngster thing, that just broke my heart, man. Broke my heart because it's tough to be a big club, but as being a big club, you can't compete for signatures now in a money sense. Well, you can, but you're not doing the best and you're not, number one, and you still have to take rejects from other clubs. So your own babies, you're going to give them away. Aish. Yeah, I would also give my management a very stern bad rating there. Two for Kaizer Chiefs. Mr. Coach, how was our club run this season? You know how it is from the beginning, preseason, the players who signed, January transfer, so on and so forth. Out of 10.
Honestly speaking, bro, I think the coach and the team made it seem like everything was done really well. But as a supporter, now I'm aggrieved from the way the club was run. First of all, we didn't make any summer transfer window signings. That just the one, I think it was Gilberto, and then we went and loaned him out again in January. Terrible piece of business in terms of letting him go. Saleng saga happened for a full 6 months, which we last saw him in December. The club said nothing. They only came out to deny the claim of a transfer. That was all. Jose wasn't backed at all, bro. In January, I think, especially considering how well we started the season, the first 6 months, you see something like that, you want to back your coach because you want to see him get over the line. And I think toward the end of the season, you could see we were suffering from fatigue and everything because we didn't improve the team, bro. I think Bonkota, Mbogazi bailed management out. But if I'm looking strictly at management, poor display for them. No technical director, no Copa talk this season. In terms of a management level, so now my man in June, I suppose.
So, is it just me or did I hear two, bro? Did I hear two? Khoto, did you hear two there?
I one.
Whoa! What's going on here, man? Mr. Coach.
I thought maybe like a 4, maybe.
Bro, what happened to the credit for the Coco Melons and the way we develop our youth and, responding to adversity?
That's the coach's credit.
That does not have anything to do with the management.
That's the coach's credit.
Yeah.
None of that has anything to do with the management.
Correct.
You know what? That's fair. I hear that.
One. Well, I am taken aback.
One, bro. They did poor, dog. The fact that they left Jose to figure things out with Nkota and Mbogazi is poor, dog. Very, very poor.
Damn, Mr. Coach. Hey, Mr. Coach does not allow a man to make a mistake. But then he remembers them. This man has these files, bro. Yeah, Temba.
Yeah.
You are the club with the money. You are the club who's supposed to win every game, win every tournament, buy every player, do everything nice. How was your club run, Mfethu, Motsepe, the Motsepes and the rest? Also, you guys had a managerial change. There was an in-season decision after having your managerial change very just before the season started. How was the club run this season out of 10?
Well, the club was run like a Mickey Mouse operation.
Also, before he starts, I want him to also bear in mind that his club spent 60 million on the salesman.
Honestly,
with the knowledge of spending 60 million on the salesman,
bro, like a Mickey Mouse operation.
Eesh.
Because first of all, I still don't understand why this guy was brought into the club, Cardoso, because he hasn't showed me anything that says, okay, this is the reason why he was brought into the club. Honestly, because
that's true.
When Rolani left, the coaches we had, Compel and Kennedy, they could still do the job. They could, like, if you
I'm
ask
with you
me,
there. Actually,
I could tell you maybe they would have done a better job than Cardoso. Maybe they would have done because they knew the player better. The decision making, the management they made, I don't know how they arrived at it, whereby they believed let's part ways with Rolani. Keep these two guys in charge. Then in mid-season, go get Cardoso.
Bruh.
What were they thinking? What? Because for sure, Cardoso was going to come into the team with a different philosophy, and they will look at the players, and all of a sudden, you'll be like, this guy cannot play my system. This guy cannot play my system. It's crazy. How about you are not really sure of what you want to do? Because I don't understand. You add the old summer whereby you know you want to part ways with Ronani.
Mm-hmm,
You have gone into the market, look for somebody way better or that knows what it's all about. No, they didn't do that. What did they do? They kept two guys in charge for a while. All of a sudden, mid-season, they went and get Cardoso. And that
was pretty weird. That was pretty weird, dude.
Started doing his own thing. So I would actually give them a 2.5.
Nice, like, problems. These ones.
A 2.5.
2.5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've got a thank you for the rating, and I've got our totals here, guys. But before I reveal the totals, I just want to ask something about this whole Sundowns thing because you just gave me an idea. So you guys had your Rulani saga, Sharpo. You start with Mangoba. Even he wasn't announced so clearly. He was like, we don't know who's gonna be the next. Oh yeah, it's gonna be Mangoba. He was always here, ha 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 ha. And then next thing we know, they go for Cardoso. I think it was after MTN 8. So I also want you to weigh in here, Khotso. Like, what message does that send to the players and to the philosophy of the team? Because if you have Rulani, you fire him. Then you have Mangoba. He loses in the MTN 8, and then now you hire Cardoso. First of all, now you are changing your philosophies twice in a couple of months. And now the guy that you just hired, he's going to ask, so what was wrong before? Oh, we went winning cups. Okay, so what am I going to do the rest of the season? We're going to win the league, but also when it comes to the cups, just make sure you get to the final and then you win it. But no emphasis on style of play and things like that. And plus, he didn't sign anyone. So I feel like he was also put in a weird position by the management, not only the players, but also Cardoso himself.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think if you look at it from a player's perspective, you kind of question if the club knows what they're doing. As much as, yes, we've won all of these leagues, but you're asking me to play, because remember, the whole point of preseason is for managers and coaches to try out their ideas, right? So we did that with coach, and then you just decided after a few games that, no, that's not the direction. How? I understand you didn't achieve what you wanted in that moment. But then you want to turn and make a 180 degree just to make another 180 degree because you got a third coach, essentially, in the same span of time. So you're asking us as players to adapt to three different people's ideology within the same season. That's craziness. Because when you do it with just one manager, it's already a problem. Because they won't have the preseason, they won't have the summer. But to do it with three, like you're saying, I just think it puts the players through for a loop. And as much as I know that Temba is very dissatisfied with the season, you gotta, to a degree, commend his players for saying, look, we still have to perform to a degree as Mamelodi Sundowns, despite all of these bizarre changes. But from a management perspective, you have to question, do you guys even know what you want? Because you were sure it was Rulani, and then you were sure it was Mangoba, and now we might be getting rid of Cardoso, all in the span of the same season.
Hey, fit. For what? Might as well. I feel like they even might as well have gotten to all these finals and then change the manager then. Like, okay, now we want you to get over the line. Or just wait for the CAF final and be like, okay, let's get a new coach now. I don't know, man. It just felt a bit weird. And I just felt myself thinking, okay, so he's put out a squad. Some people are happy. Some people are not so happy. He doesn't seem to know who Temba Zwane is. It looks like he's just one of those guys that he sees at training. And he's like, oh, yeah, who's that guy again? Kind of thing.
That guy's a criminal.
He doesn't know his players. He wasn't given a chance.
That guy's a criminal, honestly. Like, the thought of it as well, it just pisses me off, man. He's a criminal. Whereby, I'm sorry, there's no way you come to a team and I don't want to know what is happening. Like,
true.
In the training, you should be able to know, okay, this set of players can do the job. For me, at some point, I felt what this guy is doing here is just nepotism. He just comes in, bro, where are you from? Brazil. You're starting. What about you? Brazil. You're starting as well.
That's actually...
It's just crazy. It's mad by all of a sudden, the bouncer is striking and an actual striker is on the bench. It's crazy.
Gents, I've got our final ratings here over here, and then after that we can just have added with the opinions and everything. But lovely guys, lovely to go through this and hear how everybody feels. The final ratings come like this. I'll just round it up: 6.8 for Sundowns, which makes it a 7. 5.9 for Pirates, which makes it a 6. And a 2.3 for Kaizer Chiefs, and I guess that's a 2.5. Let's call it a 2.5. Yay! Yeah.
That is very reflected, and that too is on the back of the net bank, because Lord have mercy, we lost that final. There's no way they get points for anything.
Ish. Mr. Coach, how do you feel about those ratings?
I actually think they are fair reflection.
He's on mute. If he's
I like this.
still here. Says he's muted.
Just one thing I would tweet, bro.
I can hear.
Sundowns, I think.
I can't. Funny enough.
Okay.
I think Sundowns spent. Am I muted? Am I talking?
No, Harry, no, it's just so they can't hear you, but you can finish your point. Away.
Jeez. Okay.
Away.
Yeah, I'm pretty 100 million.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sundowns spent so much, 100 million, give or take. I think that's an awful lot of money to spend just to win the Betway Premiership by 11 points. And ipso facto, I think they would even come down to a 6 because I spent nothing. So yeah. Otherwise, I think they're fair effect.
Away. Aye, when it comes to expectations, I feel like we in another season as Pirates, we could have expected like a 6. It's just so sad that we came in with such high expectations and then we got disappointed. But you're not all in all. It was actually a very good season. I feel like if the management thing didn't happen and Jose just left, like how everybody else leaves, maybe we could have gotten a higher rating, maybe a 5.4. It could have given us a 6.7. Yeah, I'm busy doing permutations here, but yeah, bro. Fair reflection of the season. Yeah, guys, I don't have much optimism for the next season. I feel like we're gonna get a 4 of a season next season. Khoto, your prediction for your rating for next season?
Probably not the same. Probably might be a 0 because I don't know what. No, but like the 2 came from the net. Most of the points came from NetBank. I don't see how we make it back into top 8. I don't see how we're going to retain the NetBank. CAF, we're just there for money and vibes. Other than that, we're getting knocked out at some point.
Yeah. Damn, dog. Okay, so you are looking at a 0 for next season. That means relegation. That means relegation.
I did say, though, that these guys might find themselves in the relegation battle, the way they are scouting.
Damn, bro. Temba.
Yeah.
Prediction for this coming season. Rating.
Well, it's simple. If Cardoso
stop it, bro.
is still the manager next season.
I'm sorry, yes. If Cardoso is still the manager.
If he's still the manager next season, then it's a 5 for me.
Alright, away. Alright, no, we'll see. These will be the receipts, guys. We'll take this, cut it up, and remember for the end of the 25-26 season. But until next time, Bafetu, I enjoyed that. That was the Big 3 podcast on the Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. Before we close it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe to be notified, and share with our Pagania and everybody else. Before
Senegal is beating England. Senegal beating England 2-1.
Oh snap! I gotta see. Is that a friendly? Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
Away, Mr. Coach, are we briefing tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Definitely.
Away.
I think there's something we'll cover.
Away, dope. Khoto, what do you have lined up?
I have lined up resting because my teams have exhausted me this season. I need to relax.
Shit.
Transfer window is coming back, so there's going to be too much streaming when that happens. But no, guys, we've got the Club World Cup. When that starts over the weekend, I'm going to be streaming those games. I'll be up.
Oh, yeah. Dope. And Temba,
All right.
what are you watching
big up,
along?
guys, man.
What are you watching along?
Definitely, we'll be doing the Club World Cup, man. We'll be doing the Club World Cup.
Yeah, we'll be
definitely.
on Temba's channel.
We did because we are.
Dope.
You know, some
Away,
of us
gents.
are actually competing on both sides.
End the stream. I'm sick of it. End the stream.
Buffet too. Links in the
guys.
description to everybody's channel. Big up everybody. Danko.